Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports and welcome back to the Villa, where we cover Aston Villa. I'm joined, as always, by the biggest Villa fan in the States, Aaron Slater. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Brian. I got everything I could ask for from all these matches. That we're gonna catch up on.
Yeah, we got a double dose here for you today because we were off last week, so we will be talking about the 2-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspurs. What'd you see out there?
I saw a team that was very much together in this match. They were pretty cohesive. Um, they played about as good as they did, maybe a little bit less because it was such a good match. To compared to the Newcastle match where we obliterated them. It was our first double over the Spurs since the 95-96 season. So that's pretty impressive for us to finally knock that monkey off our back. Uh, it was also our sixth home win in a row for the first time since 1993. So we've been really chalking up some wins at home.
Yeah, it's been a really good second half. I feel like we say this every episode, or I specifically say this every episode, but it's been a really good second half for
Mhm.
Villa here. And I know Rhett, wherever he was watching this game, was happy because he's no fan of the Spurs,
Mhm.
obviously. But yeah, what was the story here? How were Villa able to beat Tottenham?
Villa did a really good job from the the defensive backs to the midfield to the final third, and we took exactly everything that the Spurs were willing to give us. Um, it only took 10 less than 10 minutes to score a goal with a good transitional play that we had. Goalkeeper kicked it out from his end of the field, and we just happened to win the aerial threat and then knock it up to Louise, who was able to find Watkins, who was able to put out an amazing flick to Ramsey, to then pass it up to Bailey. And this is the thing I like about Ramsey is he doesn't give up on his passes. He continues his run. So Bailey runs to the byline and just tosses it into the middle with a low square ball and was able to find that streaking Ramsey, and he was able to put it in the back of the net. And you could tell that meant it was such an emotional goal because of how critical everything has been and how Unai has been able to get these guys focused on such an obtainable goal that wasn't obtainable in the beginning of the season, and that's Europe. Uh, we were able to just we were able to dominate this match, and it was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, and how like what was the key? What would you say is the one like biggest reason that the Villa was able to dominate this match?
I think it was that high line again. Unai loves running that high line. And in this particular match, we were able to get 9 offsides, which is a really high number. And every time that it was an offsides call, you could tell it was an offsides call because of how unified that defensive back was. They were just did an absolutely wonderful job of keeping their line and not and nobody fraying away or anything like that.
Yeah, so that's obviously great. Love to see that. And you know, they didn't win this next game, but they kind of carried over that defensive styling into it for this 1-1 draw with Liverpool. Tell me about that.
So we went to Anfield, and obviously everybody knows how difficult it is to win in Anfield. I mean, ask Man United; they got slaughtered there. So we coming into this, if you had told me that Villa was going to get a point and draw 1-1, I would have taken it. I would have just okay, we're good. 4 points for two top teams, fantastic. I mean, we're also a top team too, so I
Yeah.
mean, that's the way I got to look at it at this point. It's so weird to hear Villa's a top team, and it's very nice to hear that Villa's a
Hmm.
top team too. But we did what we could in this Liverpool match.
Yeah, and like you said, take the point, take it, run.
Yeah.
Just keep moving it on.
Ollie, we could have. See, the thing is I was talking to Red about it because we were at the bar.
Yep.
If Ollie hits that pen, that he missed, does
Mhm.
Villa still play the same way they did, whether they scored the goal later or not? Like,
Mhm.
do they still shell up and refine the defense, or do they go out and be more expressive? Do they get that second goal? We don't know, but I would like to think that the match probably still would have ended as a 1-1 draw, and we would have done the same exact thing because we don't have quite the reinforcements yet to um, be able to really solidify or go out and get more goals. We just have enough to really, you know, sit back and absorb pressure because the defense has been so good. And that's
Mhm.
what we banked on.
Yeah. So very, good show there. Good stuff from
Yeah.
Villa. What do we have to look forward to here coming up?
So we have to look forward to the final match day with Brighton. And this is
Yes.
going to be one of the most pivotal matches. I mean, every match is pivotal, especially since we're looking for Europe at this point.
Mhm.
But because Brighton are just ahead of us, and I believe they're not that far ahead of us either. I don't think we can jump them because of goal differential,
Mhm.
but we could if we beat them also. So we wouldn't be able to jump them because of goal differential. They have 20 goals to their differential. They only have 4.
Mhm.
But if we do win, we can sit in 7th, get that European Conference League, flip a middle finger to the Spurs because they can't get us, and they sit outside in 8th and get nothing.
So that's what we'll be pulling for.
Yes. I mean, we could. I mean, it's also possible that we do draw or lose, and I don't want this to happen because I want,
Mhm.
like many of the other players said, we have put it in our hands. It's in our hands to obtain now at this point, and that's what you want as a player, obviously.
Mhm.
If they were to lose or draw, there is still an opportunity because Tottenham play Leeds,
Mhm.
and Leeds are in the bottom of the table, and they're going to be really hard to play because they're going to want to stay up.
Of course.
So there's an opportunity for for Villa to stay in a European trophy chase.
Mhm.
But I would rather, as much as like the players are, want to leave it in the destiny of their own hands.
Right. Yeah. It's always better to not rely
Right.
on other as how we talk about this almost every week too. As a Dolphins fan, there's been a lot of times where I've been like, well, if this team beats this team and then
Yeah.
this happens, and you know what? It usually doesn't happen.
And the wind blows properly,
Yeah.
and the coin toss goes the right way.
Yeah. It usually all the things out. So you'd much rather just win straight up.
Yes, definitely. Let's go out and get that win. And I
Yeah.
feel like I freaking hope everybody of Villa fan would feel the same way.
Yes. So I'm sure you're going to cover it more in depth on the next Swing Is Shins, but we've been teasing it a little bit in the last few weeks. But we finally have some more concrete information. Do you
Mhm.
want the floor is yours? Tell them
All
about
right.
it.
So Rhett and myself, obviously, we're swinging at shins. We are doing a live show at Beer Garden. We'll be there from 9ish to whenever we feel like leaving. So come and catch us there. But there is also, I shouldn't say but, on top of that, the Liverpool fan base, Matt Woods, was able to put on a fundraiser for Habitat for Humanity in Schenectady, where 10% of all beverage proceeds are able to go to help them out. The time that would be is from 10 to 2. So come out, have a few drinks, donate to a good cause, or drink to a good cause, either or. We'll be there. Come say hi.
Yeah, so that's going to be very fun. And I mean, come on, drinking beer and helping people, best of both worlds.
Literally, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. So this is great. Please go support. We have it on like social media right
Mhm.
now. Like I said, in the next episode of Swinging Shins, which is Thursday, right? That's coming
Yep,
out.
that'll be
I'm
dropped.
sure you guys will talk about it more and kind
Yeah,
of go in depth. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm really excited.
me
This is a
too.
very cool thing
Mhm.
to do. And yeah, so please go check out all the social media and all of that.
Yep.
Aaron, anything else you want to plug?
It is the Albany Beer Garden. I know there's a Schenectady Beer Garden, so it's the Albany one. We are doing that. I don't know if the Schenectady one is going to be doing the same fundraiser, but
Hmm.
for sure, Albany.
Okay.
So catch it
Yes.
there.
Yeah. Either both beer gardens are great, I'm sure. But
Yes,
if you wanna help the fundraiser, you got to go to Albany.
right, right. Yep. So catch you guys there. I don't really have anything else other than the plug. Um, come check out how cool soccer is, guys. And the
Yes.
best day of all, the final match day. It's not really the
Mm,
best day because then we're missing out on soccer for a few months, but it is
right.
so much fun.
Right. So that's gonna be exciting. You can follow me on Twitter at the Fake Mar. It's BMAR. I don't tweet too much anymore. I mostly just retweet our sports stuff. But other than that, we're huge sports on like every social media. Find us there. And Aaron, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Brian.
We'll see you all in the next one.